Hey everyone, this is Rob.
And Michelle.
And welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast on everything you need to know about old school RuneScape. All right, so this week up on the Dag Nabbit, shout out to Michelle for that one, and
Shout out
Hannah
to
Montana.
Hannah Montana. Yeah, there we
go. So this week up on the podcast, we are going to be talking about our account progress and mainly our League's account progress. Yeah, so we're going to be going over that, what we've done so far, if anything, and then we'll be going into the update itself, which of course is going to be all about Leagues. Unfortunately, if you are not interested in Leagues at all, then maybe this just might not be your favorite episode, but still listen.
I was going to say, still listen for the algorithm.
Still listen for the algorithm. No, it's still going to be interesting either way, because I think some funny or interesting stuff did happen today. So we'll have other stuff, not just Leagues. So make sure to sit tight for that. And of course, as always, we'll have more questions at the end of the podcast.
Yes.
But without further ado, Michelle, how's it going?
Very well. Thank you for asking.
Oh, we're singing now. We are actually singing. Okay.
I'm in a silly mood, you could say.
In a little singy mood.
A little silly, singy mood.
This is what Leagues does. That's why everyone hates it.
Why does everyone hate it when I sing? What are you implying here?
I don't know. But
Oh my
what are you up to?
So I've been streaming consistently still. What? I stream twitch.tv/Bunebape. So weird if you guys haven't stopped by
Yeah,
yet.
you can catch us nearly every day of the week except for Thursdays and Saturdays.
Yeah, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to around 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, it's a really weird time slot, but
it's like six and a half hours.
If you're a night owl, an Australian, or someone in the UK that wakes up really early, then you can check us out.
I think we have one of each of those categories.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I was very specific. I was like, we have some of these people that randomly stroll into the stream at like either 3 a.m. UK time or just like, I don't know what time Australia it is.
I have no idea.
I think it's like middle of the day or something.
Yeah, it never works. Whenever you used to stream during the day, like no one would watch it. But also, to be fair, that's before we had like any following at all.
Because I'm not interesting.
Okay, whenever you stream, people are hype, and people frequently ask while I'm streaming, "Hey, when's Rob going to stream again?" I'm like, this is kind of insulting, but okay.
They're like, "When's the show coming on?"
Yeah, literally, that's what happens. People like your streams a lot. It's hurtful.
I know. That was just humble bragging.
That was not humble at all. There was no humbleness.
It was all humbality.
Anyways, yeah, I've been streaming a lot of Phasmophobia. I've been having fun with that. It's less scary now.
Yeah,
still scary.
You've gotten like a little more used to it over the days.
Yeah, but I still can't really do solo rounds. Robert dared me to do a solo nightmare
which is like the hardest difficulty.
This is the hardest, and he told me to do it at the map that scares me the most, and I spent 40 minutes there with the most inactive ghost ever, whose name is literally Betty White.
Literally Betty White. It was actually crazy.
Yeah, it said Betty White on the whiteboard. And then it ended up killing me. All of a sudden, it was just like, okay, it's hunting, and I died.
Yeah, what happened is we're actually going to upload the video to YouTube so you can actually see it.
Yeah, we're going to try uploading some stream videos because we've never done that before, and it seems easy.
It seems
and we
like,
can see if people are interested in Phasmo stuff.
Yeah, I think people would be interested in it. I think it's a good idea either way, and it would also give us more content, which is always good.
Yes.
And it was also pretty funny because, yeah, she like didn't see the ghost or have any signs of the ghost for the entire time except for when she turned off the oven and then immediately got murked by Betty White.
Yeah, Betty White was like, bro, I was about to cook something. Are you
I know,
serious?
You like ruined her brownies and she just executed you on the spot.
Yeah, it was really brutal. But it's been fun. I also added some more like sound alert things that you could buy with bits, and people are really enjoying scaring me. I will say that.
Yeah, they definitely
We took a clip of the best one thus far where the ghost was in the same room as me, and they used it, and I like got so scared I almost pulled the door open to show myself to the ghost.
She like flicked her mouse off of the desk.
It was really scary.
Oh, really? I hope so with that reaction.
Yeah, no, I was just faking it. It was whatever. I didn't
it was
even
all
care.
for the camera.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, it's been really fun playing that. I also finally got my Switch figured out. Well, thought I got my Switch figured out.
Yeah, for some reason, let us know if you have any experience. I don't know why, but let us know if you happen to randomly have experience with this. But we're having like random screen tearing. We've tried a bunch of stuff, and I don't know how to fix it.
Because I've been trying to play Ori and the Will of the Wisp, and it was finally working. It was just like whenever I was running left and right, it kept like showing it like messing up, and then we finally fixed it so it wasn't. And then I was streaming, and shout out Ninja for pointing it out.
Yeah.
They were like, no, it's still tearing whenever you're like fighting stuff.
Yeah. So it's definitely a work in progress. Unfortunately, I think it might be due to us getting like a random knockoff capture card
Nah,
for
it
the
was
console.
still like $50. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna buy it more expensive than that.
but a normal one is like $150. So
Jeez Louise. You know
it's
what? We only had like 3 viewers for Ori anyway, so who cares?
yeah, true. But
People didn't want to see it.
yeah, we're still working on getting the Switch gameplay.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But yeah, so now moving on to RuneScape. I have been playing RuneScape. I just wanted to get the other games out of the way.
Yeah, she's actually been playing kind of a lot of RuneScape.
I have been playing a lot of RuneScape because I mentioned last week we have a secret collab. We actually have 2 secret collabs.
We have many inner workings to this clock right now.
We do. One's gonna take much, much longer than the other.
Yeah.
You guys will forget about that secret collab by the time it's out.
Yeah, so we will not be mentioning these very often.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I've been trying to dedicate like at least an hour a day on each of them because otherwise I get overwhelmed where I'm like, okay, I need to do like a bunch of stuff on this account and a bunch of stuff on this one for like all the videos, and I'm like, I need to chill. I need to just set a specific limit because otherwise I'm not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So
That's so funny. Like in stark contrast, you've been playing like a lot recently, and I've been playing like practically zero recently.
which is weird because you're also more excited about leagues than me.
Yeah. That's totally actually kind of related. So
Yeah, I've been playing a lot, like, but also it hasn't really been on. I can't really say, but it hasn't been just like regular gameplay. Like it's been very specific things.
it's not your typical stuff that you're up to.
Yeah, I can't even say what I'm doing on them because I don't want to spoil what the videos are
No,
gonna be.
yeah, definitely don't do that.
But yeah, stuff that I've actually been doing. I don't think I've really been doing much other stuff on my main. What was I doing?
On your main,
I was doing
you were
some
doing
Slayer.
Slayer and stuff
I was
like
doing
that.
some Slayer, yeah.
For your point boosting.
Oh yeah, I was point boosting, and then I started doing Temporos on my GIM a lot.
Yeah,
That was cool. I got the Tome of Water, which was sick.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
actually really cool. I was glad you were able to get that. You also got what's it called? Didn't you get something else? You got like a fish barrel or
Oh, I got the fish barrel. I totally forgot about that. I
yeah,
totally
yeah.
did.
I remember you got something cool, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
nice.
excited about that because I don't even have that on my main
That's
yet.
actually a really big deal for an Iron Man because like if you're getting like for instance the like anglers because you catch them right next to a bank, that's actually super useful because it doubles your capacity.
No, I'm really excited about it. I want it on my main still. I know
Yeah.
that everyone says it's not that good for main, but I was like, okay, but I still want it.
Yeah, it's not that important for main because I think like barely anyone really uses it on their main because it's just not a good moneymaker fishing in general.
Oh yeah, I would just do it for leveling up in general. It sucks I didn't get before on my main. I was trying to get to 91 fishing for so long. It would have been so handy if I got it before that, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Did you do Temporos for your 90?
Oh, actually, yeah, I went to Timbrose to 91.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I was barbarian
And you still
fishing.
didn't get it?
No,
Damn.
I
that's
got like
really
200
unlucky.
something kills.
Wow. Yeah, that's really I guess not really unlucky. It does have a very low drop chance.
You got it
so.
like your first inventory, remember?
I got all of the rare items except
for the pet.
except for the pet and the fish, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was nutty.
Yeah, that was actually really lucky. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, the drop chance supposed to be really low, and then they came out with the drop rates, and it was like actually rare.
It wasn't. You just got really lucky.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, I feel like I've been playing a lot of the game, but I haven't been doing much variety, so I've really just been doing Temporos.
Yeah,
I've gotten a lot of people on the stream to play. I've gotten someone from the stream to like play Phasma with me too.
yeah, and it's people that had never done Temporos before, right?
I think Sandy did Temporos and had never done it before.
I think some people had either never done Temporos
Or like never really, or maybe STD.
There's
also
other
never
people that
did it.
also had never really done it in groups. They mostly soloed it.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We got like more people to do different
Yeah.
content.
I just pressure everyone to play in the same game as me, and then we end up on different boats.
Yeah, exactly. You're just like not even playing together.
I'm like, you're playing at the same time. Spiritually, we're hanging out.
Yeah.
Wait.
Like physically, we might as well not even be here
Yeah.
at all, but it's the mental aspect.
Exactly. But yeah, now today I've started my leagues not that long ago.
Yeah, that's not
Like
a
less than
saying.
an hour,
That's
less
not
than
a
an hour
saying.
ago.
It's definitely not that long ago.
And we also usually record like earlier in the day, but it's 6 p.m. So yeah, I'm not even gonna play that much. I have to stream in like a little less than 2 hours.
Yeah. Unfortunate for Michelle, she scheduled a lot of things around the release of leagues.
I had so many things planned today. I was also supposed to get my eyelashes done, but
Yeah.
thankfully that got rescheduled because there's no way I would have been able to do anything. I only was able to work on stuff for one of the videos too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's also because I spent like an hour working on that Betty White thing.
Just a busy Betty.
I've been very busy. I realized that like with all the time that I spend streaming, editing podcasts, researching for my other podcast, and trying to fix things like with the Switch, I'm working over full time doing all this.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
That's kind of typical.
Yeah, but if I think about it like that, it'll gross me out, so I'm just not going to.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, how are you? Oh, I just have another update.
Oh, I mean, go ahead.
You guys.
I haven't really even said anything, so it's
You
fine.
guys, we found our future cat.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think you were gonna include this.
Of course I'm gonna include this. I've been tweeting about it the past 3 days.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We saw
If you want to see pictures of the cat, you can join us on Discord. She has uploaded
cute.
pictures of it.
I need to upload more. But we saw a really cute cat 2 days ago while we were on a walk. It wouldn't not let us approach it, but it looked really comfy, so I didn't want to get too close because it was just like lounging in a little field. It's a little stray cat. Super cute.
So it's like a white and gray cat with like gray spots.
It's got some black spots too.
Okay,
Maybe a tuxedo cat, potentially.
Maybe a tuxedo cat. I don't know what tuxedo you're wearing that's white.
That's the thing, right? Tuxedo cat? Oh, they're black with white. I got it backwards.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what tuxedos you're wearing.
It's an inverted tuxedo cat.
I mean, it's a white tie event, I guess.
Yeah, but yeah, it was super cute. And then yesterday we saw it again, and it let me get like within a couple feet of it. And I was like reaching out a little branch to see if it would play, and it looked like it was looking at it, like it was interested. And today,
I think it was just worried you were gonna hit it.
No, it was like.
Oh,
okay, that's my emotion of it looking around.
Okay.
I also looked up how to tell like cats' emotions based on their eyes, so I think it was just curious.
Yeah, this is not the first time she's had escapades with random cats.
It's actually in the same area. I don't know what happened to the other one.
The very same area. So
the last one we named Momo tentatively, and this one also we're gonna call Momo. No, we just used the same name.
Pretty much.
Because they're both whitish, and we're naming it Momo after
Shout out
Airbender.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. Great show.
And then we also saw Gigi the black cat before, but we haven't seen that in over a year.
Yeah, but, Gigi, that's from Kiki's Delivery, right?
Yeah. But definitely going to be heading back, bringing food. Today I brought food, and it was not there. And hopefully tomorrow it's there. And the plan, if we could get this cat to really like us, they have like resources in San Diego where you can basically, and this is humane. It sounds kind of mean, but it's humane.
It definitely, off the cuff, it sounds really messed up.
Yeah, but it's actually like a good thing to do. But anyway, it's I think it's like TNR. It's trap, neuter, release. I know that sounds brutal. So basically, you get cats, like, if you're able to catch feral or stray cats, some places give you supplies to catch them, and you can go and free of charge get them, like, checked out and get them neutered and get them, like, shots and stuff, just so they're, like, safer. And so it's lowering the population of stray and feral cats.
Yeah, it's essentially for population control, right? Because if it gets out of hand, then they might actually have to like go and remove the cats.
Just euthanize them, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's basically to prevent kitties from being euthanized.
Yeah, so because if there's overpopulation, then they have to do something about it.
I looked, and I think it's something like there's 100,000 stray cats in San Diego.
Yeah.
It's insane. But yeah,
a lot of little kitties.
I learned a lot of things today while researching. But so that's like the main goal, and then there's also the little bit of a goal that's like, oh my god, what if it ended up loving us and like we could adopt this kitty or something?
Oh yes, of course. Naturally, everyone else would think the same.
I think most people would, right? If you saw a cute little kitty, who wouldn't think, oh, I want it?
I think you overestimate how many people like cats.
That's true.
But yeah, it definitely is really cute.
Even before I said the bring it home thing, earlier I was telling Robert about like and hope we could get neutered, and he's the one who said, yeah, and then it could come and live with us forever.
Well, it's because she says stuff like that every single time.
You know that you want it to.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that was my final update. I will keep you all updated on the kitty
If anyone wants to update us with pictures or to flex on us with your pet, you can. We have a pets channel over on the Discord.
We don't have enough pictures on it.
Yeah, we have other people's pets, and they are awesome. So you can contribute to that as well if you want.
They're really cute. Please do. And follow my Twitter journey. I'm trying to get this stray cat to love me. It's at Bunebapeosrs.
All right, but yeah. So I guess.
Anyway, how have you been?
All right, pretty good. Like I said, I kind of hinted to it. I haven't been playing practically any RuneScape, and that was.
Hinting, you mean you explicitly said
yeah, and that was like very deliberate though. It wasn't like I was doing other stuff and didn't want to play RuneScape.
You've just been playing other games?
Yeah, I'm just playing other games, keeping myself occupied because I didn't want to like be playing a lot of RuneScape or just putting in a lot of hours before leagues came out because
Yeah.
I was pretty like excited, not like very excited, but I was looking forward to it because I wasn't excited about last league. I didn't like the premise of it. I didn't like the look of it, and the rewards were really lackadaisical.
I don't even remember the rewards.
They were like just like a brown outfit and
Oh, the one that they gave us for free when we started on this one? They said Trailblazer outfit when I put it on.
oh, that's because you did leagues last year.
I did for a day, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how funny. I thought everyone got that.
No. So you got that in the, or you got one of the rewards you could get in the main game was that same outfit.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, so that was one of the things, and also it was like a brown recolor for your agility outfit, and I was like not excited about it at all.
Yeah, not the most exciting color.
Yeah, so compared to like how cool the twisted horns were, I was like, all right, so let me just not play this. And so this one, the aesthetic is way cooler, the story is pretty cool, and the premise is nice. I actually made a video on it just the other day, so if anyone is interested in leagues, maybe it's your first league or you don't know anything about how to play an Iron Man, which all the accounts are, then that
some
video,
good advice.
yeah, hopefully that video is going to give you some good advice. I know some people already said in the comments that it did help them out, so if you are looking for some direction in the league, then maybe that'll help you out. But either way, that's what I've been doing. I started playing late this morning, so I haven't gotten a ton of progress. I'm like just under 200 total level, which is mainly just from fishing and cooking. Cooking's the first thing I unlocked.
Yeah.
And overall, I think I've done it pretty smart so far. I'm happy with all my decisions. I've gotten a few pretty cool relics where they like catch and cook your fish as soon as you catch it, but it's of course it's not 100% chance.
Yeah, naturally. That would be too good.
Yeah, imagine. I think it gets up to like 50% chance or something like that. But or maybe even 60, but it's still a pretty good rune like early on, but there I have gotten other ones though that have really cool set effects that I was telling Michelle about, where it has like a 60% chance to every time you have a ranged hit, it can re-roll and add another ranged hit. So essentially, like if you spec with a Debo, you can hit 4 times instead of twice, which would just be outrageous. Or like at like bosses where
you get to Vorkath, dude.
Exactly. Like you can do Vorkath way earlier with like an RCB and it be like on par with a Dragon Hunter just because you're hitting twice as much.
Actually amazing.
Yeah. So that would be definitely game breaking and like really good. But so overall, I guess it's pretty fair to say I'm like way more excited having started playing leagues than I was initially.
And we're the opposite because, I mean, I feel like we said last week, I was like really, really excited for leagues, and now I'm not as much.
Yeah, now she is.
I'm still interested.
She's interested. She's just not interested in it as much right now.
Yeah, I feel like in a couple days I'll probably be more into it.
Yeah. Also, I think I've kind of like been hyping myself up, thinking about the possibility of getting Dragon. So
a Dragon trophy?
Yeah. So if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, in each league, depending on how many league points you get, and you can get league points through a variety of ways, such as like just doing a game of Winter Taunt, fishing a single fish, or fletching a single arrow shaft. All of this stuff is going to lend towards the amount of league points you have. And if you're within the top 1% of all players in the league, based on league points, then you'll get the flex that is the Dragon trophy to display by carrying it around or just in your house.
It looks really cool. I would carry it with me everywhere if I had it.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. And the more I think about it, the more I want it. So now I'm like more and more excited to play leagues. Just even if I don't get Dragon, I'd be happy with Rune, which I think is like the top 5%. This is more stuff that we're gonna
hardcore gaming.
Yeah, this is more stuff that we're gonna go over in the actual patch notes themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, that is something that I would really look forward to.
That'd be really cool if you could get Dragon. Even if you could get Rune, that would be cool.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. I mean, Dragon is definitely obviously the
big
goal and like the flex, but I think the main problem for me is I don't have anyone currently. I'm not searching for anyone. This is just stuff I'm thinking about. Is like I don't have anyone really to do to do theater with. and I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of stuff, league points tied to theater.
You could always just do entry mode with me. It
Yeah.
probably won't be the same, but I'm sure there'll be a lot that we can get there.
Yeah, exactly. So there's going to be ways to work around it. One, I might have to conquer my fear and laziness and actually find a group of players to also play with.
I was literally talking to him about this on our walk earlier, and I was like, hey, you need to just get over wanting to do raid solo and do a group.
Yeah, it's not even like I'm trying to chase clout by doing it solo.
You're
or
just
anything.
too lazy to find a group.
I just don't want to have to deal with organizing a group and stuff like that, which is, I know,
It's-
a lot less work than I am saying and making it out to be.
Do you know how many times I've like done like later game stuff with people from the stream, and I'm like, hey Robert, you want to go? And he's like, nah.
Yeah, true. Usually she is asking me when I'm doing stuff, but yeah, I don't know. It just, I've done plenty of group stuff in the past in other games, and it usually takes like so much longer, but whenever I see it, it looks really fun, so I might just have to get over it and
I agree
deal with
this.
it. Especially if I want to get dragon, I think I might have to.
Oh yeah, there's no way
But,
you're gonna be able to get dragon without doing some crazy stuff.
That being said, I still think I want to try solo theater.
Solo theater?
No, not solo theater. What am
Chambers.
I saying? Yeah, solo chambers.
I
Sorry.
was like, what?
No, that would be crazy. Shout out Cold One, but yeah, I would want to try normal chambers just because I think the fragments would make it a lot easier, and I could just like farm out a bunch of like really good gear. Obviously, it's still going to take quite some time, even though I have fragments and stuff
How
like that.
about you go with a group first till you learn?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not saying I would want to only do solo. I'm just saying I would also want to try solo.
I was like, do you guys all hear this?
No, yeah. I mean, this is all like fun and games, and I'm saying this now, but I'm barely 200 total levels, so this totally could be changing.
So, en route to dragon already.
Yeah, so pretty much I am dragon. I am become dragon.
Yeah, and you're going to be starting primarily skilling, right?
Yeah, so if anyone did see my video recently, I did talk about like 2 paths I would recommend for like newer players, which is like the more active, like combat focused path, which is obviously focusing on like Slayer and combat and like getting all that stuff unlocked and making sure you get like really big unlocks like the Dragon Scimitar early on and like Ivan's Staff and
big things.
yeah, so like really big things that'll get you off to a running start as far as bossing goes.
Yeah.
Or the second path, which is the more like passive path, which is what I'm actually doing, surprisingly enough, is like working on skills first.
Which is so interesting because you want to go for dragon, but you're doing the more passive path.
Yeah, just because I am doing other stuff like editing videos and like working on like Twitch stuff and like the Switch stuff, and so
You could do all this AFK kind of.
yeah, I can do it AFK and I can play other games if I want to at the same time, and I'm not losing any progress. I'm not going any slower. You can only fish so fast. So it's really not a loss in any way, and it's gonna have to get done sooner or
Eventually.
later. So I plan on getting 99 fishing and cooking, so I might as well just do it now.
Yeah.
And also that's gonna lend a lot into the later game because I'm gonna have sharks to heal me when I'm doing stuff instead of, I don't know, like shrimp.
Cakes?
But yeah, cakes more likely.
We're
so
like shrimp.
yeah, exactly. So it's like it's a big upgrade for the account no matter how I play it out. So I figured
Yeah.
I might as well start out slow, knock out the more AFK boring stuff, and that'll set me off to a really good start because like I said in my video, I can start off really slow like this and still unlock like Monkey Madness 1 without having ever touched attack and stuff like that. So I'll have a DSim as soon as I get the requirements for it.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, which I think would be really fast because all you need to do is all you need to do is waterfall quest and you're like nearly there.
Yep.
So it's pretty fast. But overall, I am really liking leagues. I'm liking the systems that they have in place. I think the fragment system is really, really cool, and the set effects are even better, surprisingly. So I wasn't like kind of skeptical on how it worked because they'd never done fragments before. They had it like obviously relics in the past, so it was a lot different. But I think this is by far the most refined version of leagues that we've seen so far.
I know. Might even be crazier next year.
Yeah, which I mean does make sense because they've had years building up to this point of like mistakes that they've made.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, so now they have a really good league. So
It's
if
going
anyone is thinking about playing leagues and maybe you're like a newer player or something like that, then I don't know,
Would
I would
recommend.
still say give it a try. Even if you don't plan on playing a lot like me, you can still have a lot of fun just like messing around doing content that you couldn't otherwise do on your main.
Totally.
And it's not like I mean, a lot of it's hard to argue against like XP waste, right? Because I mean, I guess technically it is an XP waste. Like,
I think an important thing to remember that's keeping me from worrying about that is that this is a game for fun. You don't
Yeah,
have to be efficient.
it's not
It's
efficient.
okay.
Yeah. That's really the only thing I could really say to counter that, because I know a lot of people will forever be like, "Oh, this seems like." I think someone even said the other day in chat that it had like a private server vibe, and they didn't like it.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." But I mean, as much as I hate on non-permanent game leagues, because
you always hate on it.
I do, it is fun in the time. So I mean, while it's here, I'm gonna have fun.
Yeah, and hopefully get that dragon trophy.
Yeah, that'd be cool too. But that's been about it. We had, like I said, a video go out and the podcast. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying that and keeping up with it. Let me know what you think.
Yeah.
And hopefully
we'll talk to you next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
I'm just kidding.
Hopefully we'll come out with some more
The way you
leagues
were
content.
saying that sounded like such an outro.
Yeah, we're actually
we're not done.
We're done. This is a super short. I need to get back to leagues, so we got to end this one early.
Gotta go, guys.
No, that was just the end of it for there. But we can get into the actual update, unless you have anything else that you wanted to go
No,
over.
that was just funny. You have such like a finality with your voice.
Yeah,
I was
everything
like, what
I
are
say
you
is
doing?
final.
That's all I had. We can move on to the Dagnabbit.
To the Dagnabbit.
Dagnabbit.
All right, so we can take a look at the actual Shattered Relics update. So we have a couple things. You can, of course, find all of this over on the actual news website.
Yeah, we're not going to go over everything because we don't have a 4-hour podcast episode. Like,
Yeah,
that's not happening.
I mean, there's not a ton of stuff here, so we'll cover the majority of it. But there are quite a few things, and there are 2 posts that are new today.
I know, I'm like, there's already
So,
multiple posts.
If you haven't seen any of the like hype trailers leading up to leagues, I'd recommend watching at least the newest one. It has a custom soundtrack done specifically for leagues. It's the official soundtrack for Leagues 3 Shattered Relics, and it's done by 2 creators in the community, and I think they did a really good job. The soundtrack is really, really cool.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to check that out, that's totally cool. But you can check out the game updates on the OSRS News website, or I'll have the links in the description on YouTube, and I'm going to go over the first one now, which is going to be the actual update, and then we'll go over the fixes in just a second.
Great.
So as far as this goes, of course, leagues are back.
Wait, leagues are back?
Who would have thought? It says you'll be able to play as much as you like until March 2nd, 2022. So you have just over, I think, 40 days. I think someone said in game.
It says whenever you're logging in, you have like 41 days.
Yeah, I think someone said in game it's 42 days total. So as of this video, you have 42 days to get as much progress as you can on your way to whatever you plan on doing in the game.
Dragon trophy.
Yeah. If you plan on joining, all you have to do is have an active membership. Unfortunately, this is not free to play.
I think that's a bummer.
I think that is kind of a bummer. I think that could be a huge draw
to make people want to be members.
To get people to be members.
That's what
But
I'm
also,
thinking.
I do see like how it would be such a pain for them to get the infrastructure for like such a massive amount of servers just for free to play and pay to play. And also the bot situation would be even worse.
Let the bots live.
Although I don't know how the bots would really play into it, because it all is Iron Man accounts.
It doesn't matter. They wouldn't really do anything.
I feel like they'd find a way.
They'd find a way to mess with you.
I honestly do feel like they'd find a way.
You're so funny.
But either way, so
They're
you do
personally
have to
coming for
have
me.
an active membership. And then once you do log in, you'll probably notice that if you look through the world list as normal, there are 22 league worlds, all indicated by having a green name. So especially you'll especially know this on RuneLite. It's very easy to recognize the green names versus all the other black and red names of the other normal servers. And so there
and also
is,
just look at the most popular worlds.
yeah, Definitely, because all of these worlds have had at least 1,500 to even server cap, which is 2,000 the entire day, which of course is to be expected. And I am guessing it'll go down in as little as a week by a lot, probably. I think that's when a lot of people drop off. They just want to check it out, which is totally understandable, see what's going on, and then they get bored and want to go back to their mains. So that's, I think, what a lot of people do, and that's totally fine. And that's why I think they don't want to commit to having a ton of worlds, but they do have a lot this year, which is 22, like I said. There is going to be 6 on the East, 5 on the West, 5 on EU, 3 on UK, and 4 in Australia. So there is plenty for everyone to go around. So hopefully you'll be able to find a world that you get good ping to that isn't completely full.
Sorry, Asia and Africa.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You're like, so that's everyone.
So that's everyone.
Huge continent.
No one plays Africa, or no one plays
in Africa or Asia.
Yeah, no one plays RuneScape in the 2 biggest continents in the world. But besides that, Leagues 3 start. So whenever you do start, you'll be entered into the new world, starting in Catherby, talking and going through the story mode with the Sage. So this person is, although I do like the premise of Leagues, it is kind of funny that it's like really generic and doesn't really have any real like
meaning,
gravitas behind the actual storyline, because like he even says in the intro, he's like, yeah, so I saved your life and
now entertain me.
Now I expect you to entertain me, and if you don't, I'll like end you. And he's like, go do my tasks. And that was like the entire story.
Hey, that's all I needed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really expect much, but I just thought it was kind of funny. So you do start off with a bunch of items, and it is not restricted, which is nice because in all of the leagues past, you were area restricted in some form or another. So this time around, you get access to all of Gilnor as much as you want, but if you want to do certain tasks, such as, let's say, Wintertot or General Garage Door, you are going to have to unlock that with league points, actually called Sage points. So there's 2 different forms of points. League points will count towards your league score, and Sage Renown is going to count towards your unlocking of either new skills, new areas, or quests.
Yeah.
So it might sound a little complicated, but once you get into it, it's actually a really simple system. So we can actually go over, they have a ton of drop downs here, so we're going to take a look at the league specific rules.
Yeah, I remember you showed me the drop downs earlier. That's why I was like, might not go over everything.
Yeah, it does seem like a lot, but honestly, it's pretty easy to go over.
Cool.
So whenever you do start the league, you are going to be starting, like I said, at Catherby, and there's going to be a little bit of a tutorial, and you will be given some items, a little bit more than the normal whenever you get off of Tutorial Island. You're going to get quite a few more runes, for example.
Awesome.
And on top of that, you are going to get 5 times the normal experience rates. So for anyone wondering, I think it takes about 13 million experience to get to 99. So divide that by 5, it's going to be a little over 3 million experience for you in order to get or a little under 3 million. Yeah, a little under 3 million experience for you in order to get maxed. Yeah. So that's actually really quick, and
that's so crazy.
That's not including like all of the fragments. Like I said, I have one that cooks for me when I fish sometimes, and that also gives me experience, so that just makes it even faster. So the 5 times is a nice base, but it is deceiving because it's even faster than that.
So crazy. On
top of that, one really great thing is you are also going to get clue scroll boxes. And I said when I first encountered this that they should add this to the game. I know it would definitely break the clue scroll like system in the game, but
I still want it.
It is really, really nice. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, the clue scrolls in leagues stack, and you can keep them in stacks. So that means that you can have, let's say, 10 hard clue scrolls waiting for you in your bank, and you can just go knock them all out at the same time. Yeah. You don't have to juggle them or do some weird stuff in order to continue using them.
So great. I wish this was a thing.
Yeah. And so as far as any deaths, you will be respawning at Catherby, and also your home teleport is at Catherby as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. What's nice about Catherby, though, for anyone that didn't know, because I certainly didn't know, I obviously never started in Catherby, but they do have men and women that you can thieve from.
Oh, also, yeah, you did not know that initially.
I totally forgot to mention, you do start with 3 skills. You start with defense, fishing, thieving, plus a combat of your choice, either attack, ranged, or mage.
We both chose mage.
We did both choose mage, and I would recommend it as well.
Yes.
But those are the ones you start out with. All of the other skills are locked, and you actually have to do different tasks in the league in order to get enough league points to unlock the other ones. So for instance, you can light a fire, you can attack an enemy, but you won't be getting experience for those things that you're using.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure to keep that in mind.
And I've done that a couple times, and it shows it, and I'm like, oh, I need to unlock these.
Yeah, exactly. So also what I was continuing on saying is, for anyone that is wondering, there are men and women to thieve from there. There's trees to cut, plenty of trees to cut. I don't know if they added more, but it seems like there's a lot. And also plenty of places to fish at. So there's a ton of stuff to do in Catherby. You can even do some farming if you so choose.
We're both fishing, huh? Yep.
We are both fishing right now. So my fishing is currently 53. What's yours?
Mine's 27, but I'm one action away from being 28.
Hey, nice. GZ.
Hey, thanks. GZ.
GZ. So as far as the tasks go, this is stuff I was mentioning before. You'll find this in the task tab of the League's menu, and there's so many of them. They're so different, and they vary so much, all the way from easy tasks all the way up to master tasks. And they can be from anything as simple as opening the League menu, fletching a single arrow, or doing something like clearing Theater of Blood. So of course,
lots of different things.
Yeah, of course they are going to reward different amounts of league points and sage points, but these are the things you're going to need to do in order to progress your character and get more rewards.
Yeah.
So as far as the Sage Renown goes, this is what I was saying earlier. This is one of the 2 points you're going to be getting in the league. It says that League's 3 Shattered Relics introduces a new currency called Sage's Renown, which you'll earn by completing tasks. Sage's Renown is used to unlock skills and bosses and for auto-completing quests. You can find all these options under the Unlock tab in the League's menu. So unlike League points, Sage Renown disappears once you spend it, so choose your unlocks wisely. To begin with, you'll have only 4 skills available. To gain XP in the others, you'll need to unlock it with Sage's Renown. Please note that you won't receive any extra experience when unlocking the skill. You'll be starting from level 1. Even if you got the XP from a quest.
Yikes.
Yeah, so don't go doing like waterfall quest when you only have...
Don't go chasing waterfalls?
Don't go chasing
you
waterfalls.
You literally set yourself up for that one.
Yeah, don't go chasing waterfalls, and I don't want no scrubs.
Please just stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, you guys.
Exactly.
We need to stop before we get copyright.
We already did. But
we are getting sued.
Yeah, so... For instance, if you did want to unlock Slayer, if you're a combat main and that's all you like doing, that's totally cool. It's going to cost you 30 points in order to unlock Slayer. And if you want to unlock range, that's also 20 points. Also, for anyone looking to unlock things such as Alchemical Hydra, that's going to be 75 points. And to put this into perspective, it's pretty slow going getting your first 20 to 40 points.
Yeah, I was 17 and then I got tired of it.
Yeah, exactly. So you're just really going off and doing odd jobs early on because all of your tasks are really only going to reward 1 or 2 points at most.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be until later when you start bossing or getting 99s that you're going to be getting 3, 4, 5 points plus from doing any of these tasks. So make sure to spend your stuff wisely. On top of that, like they said, you can unlock quests, but this is a little bit different than you're probably thinking because you unlock quests in bundles. You don't unlock them individually like originally I had thought. So it says unlocking a specific quest line will autocomplete all of the quests in the bundle.
So like unlock the last recipe for disaster. You don't have to do any recipe for disaster.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
But they break it down. So if you did want to unlock the Desert 2 quest line, this would unlock a wide variety of quests, including Desert Treasure, Contact, The Feud, Frozen Door, Temple of Ikov, Troll Stronghold, Tourist Trap, Dig Site, Waterfall, and even more quests.
Oh my god.
All of these would be unlocked immediately whenever you spent the points on this. You wouldn't be rewarded any of the experience, but you would be rewarded access to all of those areas and all of those items.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be a great way to skip progress. For instance, if you did want to go and do the gauntlet, you can actually save up, spend 60 points, and unlock the elves one. Yeah, Prifddinas. You can unlock Prifddinas. Yeah, Song of the Elves, and that would cost you 60 points, and that would not only get Song of the Elves, but all of the elf quest lines done in one go.
It's awesome.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting how they did it. I think honestly, this is probably a better system than unlocking individual ones.
I
And
agree.
yeah, so overall, make sure to double check which ones you're unlocking because there are multiple quests in different packages. So
Hmm.
make sure you're getting the ones you want. And also, you can still do quests like normal. For instance, if you wanted to do Waterfall quest, that's still a good way to get to 50 of your attack and strength
Oh, yeah, you
combat right off
recommend
the
that,
bat.
right?
I would highly recommend still doing that instead of unlocking it. Now, moving on to fragments and set effects. So this is stuff that I was actually really excited about
Yep.
because it's really fun getting
He's been
these.
telling me about it all day.
You can get them from doing a ton of different stuff, literally anything
You
in the
got them from
game.
fishing, so I've been waiting to get them, and I haven't gotten any.
Yeah, it's not very common, I'll give you that, but you do get them from literally anything, whether that be fishing, cooking, mining, cutting trees, killing mobs, praying. Everything has a chance to drop League fragments.
Actually amazing.
Yeah. And League fragments can either be slightly game changing, such as, making it so you cook a fish every fifth fish you get, or you can have it so that it is completely busted, making your thralls hit 3 times as hard, and also you double hitting as a ranged user.
There's some crazy ones.
Yeah. So some of them are definitely pretty nuts. But so there is a ton of different effects, and what's nice is you can go through them and you can equip up to 7 of them, and you unlock more as you play throughout the league. What's cool is that not only do they have active effects, they also have passive effects and set effects. So for instance, a set effect that you can get is, like I was saying earlier, where it makes it so you have a chance to double hit with your bow. That's actually a set effect. And the normal effect for that runestone is it actually gives you double the points at Tithe Farm. So maybe you don't ever plan on doing Tithe Farm, but if you get that early on and you're able to complete the set, it might be worth it using it anyways whenever you go to level up range.
Yeah.
As far as changing out your league fragments, this is great because in leagues past, you were stuck with your decisions, and actually definitely,
Terrifying.
yeah, that definitely messed up a lot of people's game plan, especially if they didn't get the one they wanted. This time around, you have a lot more leeway. You're able to swap out runes whenever you get them, anytime you want, as long as you're at a bank or at the sage. So simply go to a bank or do your home teleport, and you'll be able to swap out your runes. All of them, none of them use 2 sets of 3 or 2 sets of 3 and or a set of 2. So you have a ton of combinations.
Mhm.
I think the most common is going to be a 4 set and a 3 set, but there are 2-piece, 3-piece, and 4-piece set effects that you can use all at the
Yeah.
same time.
Just depends what you have.
Yeah, exactly. So they all stack, so you can definitely combine them to get a really, potent combination of runes and effects.
All right, so moving on to Waystones. We've decided to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm here too.
I felt like I was talking way too much. There's a lot of information to
I
go
was
over.
being an active listener. I was going, yep.
Mhm,
Wow, that's
mhm.
crazy.
Wow. Oh my goodness gracious, golly gee.
So, Waystones. With the whole of Gilnor to explore, we thought we'd save you some time by creating easy transport options. Along with your unlimited run energy. Oh my god, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, you didn't even notice? You're
No,
playing and you actually
I'm
didn't
fishing.
realize.
I'm not moving. You'll find Waystones in certain major cities and popular destinations. Once activated, you can travel between Waystones as much times as you like with no cooldown. So it's similar to Spirit Trees.
Yeah, it's exactly like spirit trees, and they place them around areas. So, for instance, right away, you have access to the Catherby and the Ardoin Waystones, and you can use them
Awesome.
freely.
The next section is about the high scores and league points. So they say that you'll get league points for completing tasks, and harder tasks offer more points, kind of like what we were saying earlier.
Yep.
But you'll need to be a real tough cookie to reach the higher echelons of the league's high
It's just
score
echelon.
table. I was trying to be fancy. Aren't you guys glad I'm
Aren't
talking?
you glad? Wow,
Oh,
this is
God.
going worse than I expected.
The more tasks you complete, the higher you'll climb. What do you mean expected? Did you think it was going to be bad?
No, I expected to go really well, so it's just going slightly worse than that.
Okay, thank you. We'll also be bringing back League First, which will be awarded to the quickest player to complete this league's most impressive feats, including obtaining a pet, that's done for sure, achieving a level 99, completing an elite achievement diary, maxing a fragment, obtaining all fragments, unlocking all skills, unlocking all bosses, reaching tiers 5, 6, and 7, 3 separate first, reaching tiers 5, 6, and 7 without unlocking hit points, 3 separate first, completing each tier of the combat achievements, 6 separate first, easy, medium, hard, elite, master, and grandmaster.
Yep. And there's
So,
also one
yikes.
that they didn't mention here, but they are saving it for the first person to solo Nex.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you can solo Nex, then you actually have some membership waiting for you, because they are going to be paying out membership to the first person that's able to solo it, and they mentioned that all the way down at the bottom.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now, on to everyone's favorite part. The only reason I am here.
The literal only reason a lot of people are here.
I guess there's no really real reason to be here other than this. Rewards!
Yeah.
It says, as longtime League fans will know, each league has its own themed outfits, available in 3 distinctly fashionable tiers. The more points you accumulate in the league, the higher tier of outfit you can access. Naturally, you get more flair for your fashion at the higher tiers. And each outfit comes with its own emote, too. Ooh.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
I like reading these notes and finding out what's happening as I read.
Yeah,
Get my live reactions.
You're
here.
like, oh my
I didn't
God.
read this today.
That's crazy.
The Relic Hunter outfit for Leagues 3 is the Shattered Relic Hunter outfit, and it's perfect for sailing ominously down the River of Souls in.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Definitely,
It's
I think
very
the highest level trimmed one is really cool, but also
yeah, they have a lot of like turquoise highlights.
the lowest level one is kind of like Grim Reaper-y, so it's also kind of
Ooh,
cool.
if you had a scythe to carry around with that, that'd be sick.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. If you had a scythe, that'd be crazy.
The cosplay of the century. The next up is the Shattered Relics home teleport animation. So spice up your tawdry old home teleport animation with a stylish new variant. Perfect for when you're too shattered to schlep back to Slumbridge.
Slumblage.
This little scroll will teach you to teleport in style by placing down some relics. Careful with those now.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a tongue twister getting through these when they use like crazy English sayings such as tawdry.
Tawdry.
I actually don't even know if that's made up, but I'm
yeah,
not going to challenge
that's a real
it.
word. I know it. But it's really cool. You just like set down little blocks and it looks like hands are grabbing you from.
Yeah. And this
the
is actually
underworld.
your home teleport in Leagues.
Oh, and just to keep it after?
Yeah, so if you want to
Awesome.
unlock it for your main account, then you can. But in Leagues, by default, your home teleport is this really cool,
Wow.
like Souls teleport that drags you into the underworld.
So I should teleport home.
Yeah, that's actually one of the tasks.
Oh, okay. Well, I will do that soon. Next up is the League's banner. Show your support for your favorite leagues so far with this themed banner. The banner is wearable, though if you don't fancy using up a main hand slot, it can be proudly displayed in your player-owned house via the League's hall. The banner just looks cool. It has like a little teal flame thing on it. I'm loving
Yeah.
these teal highlights.
Honestly,
man.
the teal highlights is like,
it makes it.
yeah, it's definitely popping for sure. Like way more than any other league previously.
Oh yeah, I just received a drop.
Oh, you got a fragment, your first ever one. I bet you it's the one that cooks it.
How do I do it? Do
Just
I have to
click
go to I just clicked it.
No, just click it again.
Break. Catch of the day.
Oh, that's actually one I've never seen before.
Oh, let's see what it is.
Let's see what this live reaction. What does catch of the day do?
All right. Catch of the day is get rare drops from fishing. So I'm level 1 right now. I have a 1 out of 300 chance of obtaining a rare item while fishing. Does that even count like
Whoa.
pets?
No, I think it counts like, because pets I don't think are on the rare drop table. They're on the pet drop table usually.
Got it.
But
That's stuff like the big fish.
yeah, so you could get, no, I think because rare item, I wonder what that means. Like, does that mean you can get like a piece, like a BCP from it, like a Bandos piece?
I don't know. I'll have to look at it more.
Because
But
like what's a rare fishing item?
I mean,
I
I've been
guess-
getting like boots and stuff. It's probably like gems or clues.
No, oh yeah, it's definitely not a BCP. I don't know why I was thinking that.
I mean, that'd be cool.
That's just whenever I think of rare items, I'm like, oh, so it's a boss piece.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if that's what it meant.
But it is 1 out of 300, which is fairly
yeah.
low.
If you get up to level 3, it's a 1 out of 80 chance.
Okay, so it's definitely not a BCP or something like
no,
that.
it is a BCB. BCB.
BCB.
I can't even lie correctly. I can't do this.
But no, it does seem cool though, because if it's a rare item, it could be probably something more like a harpoon.
Ooh, I take that.
Because that's fishing related, right? And it's
Yeah,
for fishing, so
we're gonna find out. Hopefully, I will get something.
yeah.
while
What
we're
if
finishing
like
up.
right away you get a dragon harp?
Bando's chest plate?
Bandos. And what if right away you get a scythe?
What? It's rare.
It's
they
rare.
said it.
It's rare.
They said it.
I feel like such a fool now.
Okay. I mean, I'm hoping your really
that would-
random one is correct.
That would be cool, but there's no shot.
Okay, back to the rewards.
Back to rewards.
The weapon variety pack. So show the bosses who's boss with the Shattered Relics weapon variety pack, including cosmetic recolors for all kinds of playstyles. Whether you're wielding the Abyssal Whip, the Tentacle Whip, the Rune Crossbow, God Books, or just strutting your stuff in mystic robes, this pack has a fancy new option for you. I'm trying to...
You're doing great.
I'm doing the tone of this little robot at the Star Tours in Disneyland. Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, you're giving
it's
me...
my flight attendant vibes.
You're giving me Wheel of Fortune vibes.
Ooh, okay, I'll take that too.
Or what's the show where they have like the 3 doors? Like Make a Deal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Or
I'm trying to do my game show flight attendant Star Tours voice.
Yeah.
I'm liking it. It's fun.
So they have really cool, like the cool blue that we keep talking about.
Like we were just saying, they have the super sick blue.
Yeah, so you can get a recolor making your chain look like it's ethereal and like more ghostly.
Very glowy looking.
Yes. Same thing for the Rune Crossbow. It's like you launching flames instead of bolts, which is pretty cool. All the God Books got a little bit of a facelift, and also your Mystic Robes can look like you have a
like
weird
blue tips on them.
Yeah, weird tentacle tips coming out of it, which is kind of sus, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay, most
It
important.
is what it is.
My favorite one, Dwarven Multi-Cannon Ornament Kit. The Dwarven Multi-Cannon is an interesting item. It's expensive to operate, but packs a hefty punch and can greatly speed up those Slayer tasks. The advantages are obvious. It can be used at the very start of the game, as the quests required to unlock it are pretty low level. It then remains viable right up to 99 Slayer.
Never better said, honestly.
How could we possibly improve this iconic weapon? By sticking an ornament kit on it, obviously. Use the kit to give your multi-cannon a fresh look, not unlike a certain something from classic RuneScape. Okay,
Yeah.
well, I don't know what they're referencing there, but it looks
No,
sick.
this is actually a direct like pull from OS, like actual old school.
This is what the cannon used to look like?
It looked similar to this.
Dang, our cannon's ugly now. Why did we do
Yeah.
this?
It didn't look obviously nearly as flashy as this,
Well, yeah.
but it was
It
like,
had the multiple, it didn't spin, it had multiple cannons all around.
from what I've seen, they're like
What?
original sketches, this is what it actually was, and
That's
so they
so
just
cool.
did a variation of it.
I like it.
Yeah, so I think that looks probably one of the best things in this pack, in my opinion.
That's like the main reason I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Next up is the Void and Elite Void Ornament Kit. Void is the perfect reward for Leagues 3 because it already fits with melee, range, and magic combat thanks to the different helmet types. Plus, the Void and Elite Void variants are great for both mid and late game PvM players. A snazzy Leagues themed recolor for these outfits is the perfect reward for speedy scapers.
Yeah.
And again, with the teal highlights, just killing it, man.
Yeah,
I
it
love
looks,
it.
I think the elite set looks really good.
Because it has like the whole belt and stuff.
Yeah, it has
It's
the
very
belt. It
pretty.
has like the more contrasting colors. I think it looks really, really good. And that's actually all of the rewards you can expect to see. So hopefully
So
one of
my
those things.
Star Tours voice.
You're gonna continue. You're gonna continue.
Oh, thank God.
But yeah, so that's all of the rewards. Hopefully one of them piqued your interest enough to actually try it out.
Yes.
But now we can move on to more rewards, but
Oh,
for
yeah.
the leagues.
So first up, it's talking about pets, and it says that you'll be able to reclaim any pets that you've received during the first 2 leagues, so it can follow you about in Leagues 3.
Yeah, I know a lot of people, whenever they're walking around and like fishing at level 1, are
I've
like,
just
why
seen-
am I seeing small general garage doors around here?
I've seen multiple from Theater of Blood already.
Yeah. Like there's one right next to me that's like a Thermonuclear Smoke Devil, and a lot of people are like, how did they get them? It's the first day. And
They've just been gaming.
yeah, they're just game lords.
Yeah, if you want that dragon trophy, you're going to have to work for it, you guys.
They're like 50 million XP day 1.
It also says, for those of you who participated in the Halloween or Christmas event during Leagues 2, you'll be able to claim your holiday rewards from the main man, Diego. Find him in Drainer Market, where he normally is.
That's cool. But also, that's actually pretty useful if they offer the most recent Halloween gift, which is the sweater, of course. Then that actually works as a warm item in Wintertime. So
yeah.
that's a little bit of an advantage. So
And
that's
it's
pretty
like
cool.
really cool sweater that I wish we hadn't realized.
It is a very cool sweater.
We would wear that. We would both wear
If
this
you're in
all
the
the
UK,
time.
it's a jumper.
Yeah, it's a jumper.
And so for the final thing, this is League Veteran Worlds. So last time we noticed that the League Veteran Worlds were not being used as intended and weren't utilized as much as we expected. We scrapped them for Leagues 3, but in return we increased the number of League worlds available. So like I said in the beginning, they have 22 worlds, which is a ton of worlds, and they definitely needed it because
they're all over 1,000.
They're nearly filled up. So it's good that they increased it. They had the veteran worlds, which was meant for returning players, but obviously not that many people were using them, so they ended up nixing it.
I like how you're also trying to now do the Star Tours voice, but you can't do as well as me.
No, I wasn't trying to do the Star. I know I can't do it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
It's a Star Tours reference. You guys didn't
get it. Yeah, you guys wouldn't get it. You're not Disneyland regulars.
Also, I'm such a fool because last time we went to Disneyland, okay, the end of the ride, it's a little robot flight attendant. It's like Star Wars themed. And
this is actually the perfect like anecdote for our relationship.
Oh, yeah, for how naive I am?
No, just how much I troll you on the reg.
Oh, my God, and how much I fall for it.
Yeah.
So the little robot at the end of the ride, it's like, just saying bye, and then it says bye-bye, and like it's such a known thing that like people on the ride will say bye-bye along with it.
And several people on the ride did it even this time around.
And I was like, I kept saying bye-bye whenever we were in line, like talking about how I like that part, and he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, it says bye-bye at the end. And he was like, I've never noticed that before. And I was like, people say it along with it, and the entire time like I was like, all right, like it's about to end, like listen for the bye-bye. And then it said bye-bye, and everyone else did it too. And I was like, you heard it. And then he's like, no, I didn't. And I genuinely believed him for like the rest of the day. You didn't tell me till like the next day.
No, yeah, it was definitely a long time.
Because I felt like I was gaslighting you, but you were gaslighting me.
Yeah, it's the
I guess that's just a normal lie.
It's the counter gas.
No, it's the counter gas.
Counter gas.
But yeah, I was bamboozled. I'm very easily bamboozled, everyone.
Clearly.
Yeah. Just wanted to share that with you all.
Although, to be fair, before this, I didn't realize other people said it as regularly as apparently they do.
No, I've noticed it since we first went that people say bye-bye.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's so fun to say.
I definitely noticed it right away, but I didn't realize until
the most people said it that time, too, that we've ever heard. It was like 10 people.
It was like one of those things, like you like, oh, I've never seen this car before. And then
now suddenly it's all you see.
That's like, you see like 10 of them. It's like once you're made aware of something, it becomes so much more easy to see.
100%.
That's exactly what happened.
So it's like half the room said it.
It felt like everyone was like yelling bye-bye at the end. It was crazy.
But also I was like, he didn't hear it. He's so oblivious.
This is the weirdest tangent.
I wanted to share it because that's a very good example of our dynamic.
All right, tell them about the league trophies.
League trophies! Unlike other awards, league trophies can't be bought, only earned. They're an exclusive reward for those who strive to clamber up the top tiers of the high scores, so it wouldn't be fair if just anyone could grab them at the Grand Exchange. To get your hands on one, you'll need to place in one of the following tiers. Bronze, 100 league points, minimum amount to appear on the high scores. Iron, you have to be in the top 80%. Steel, top 60%. Mithril, top 40%. Adamant, top 20%. Rune, top 5%. And Dragon, you have to be in the top 1% of players.
Yeah, so they don't say explicitly how they calculate this, but if I had to guess, they just take the conglomerate of players that play and get the median of the amount of points they get, and then they'll separate the actual different margins by that. So if you are wanting to be in the top 1%, just be better than the next person. Essentially, you don't have to be like crazy maxed getting all the points in the game. You just have to be better than the 5%, which is Rune.
I also noticed that all league trophies can be displayed in your house or they could be held, and they all have their own unique emote that you can do.
Oh, that's really cool.
I feel like in that case, if they have their own emote, I'd want to get one of every kind if I got Dragon. Do you get one of every kind?
No, you just get the one that you're in.
I want every emote.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's kind of weird.
Yeah,
okay.
That's kind of a flex, though.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, that is going to be all of the leagues stuff that we wanted to go over.
Yes.
That is practically everything. We tried to not keep out anything as much as we possibly could, which is why we've been talking about it for so long. But that's going to be about it for the changes. There are other changes. One very notable change is they had a change to LMS. So if anyone has ever played LMS, especially recently, you'll probably have noticed that there is a crazy amount of bots.
Yeah.
So for instance, if you're going in, last bot standing, if you've been in there, then it's not outrageous to say that half of the lobby is bots. So what happens is they'll get one kill, or they'll just sit there and then eventually die and not really fighting back, because as long as they sit there and get within the top like 10 or something like that, then they get a point. And so they just go there and do this all day, get a bunch of points, get a bunch of like Truver parchments or any of the other Great League reward or LMS rewards that are worth a decent amount of money, and sell those for millions of GP. And they just do this all day because they're bots.
Yeah.
And so what they're trying to find more ways to combat this. And I don't think this is the best way. I don't think they think it's the best way, but one step they're taking towards this is making it so that now you have to have a total skill level of 750 and at least 30 quest points in order to participate in LMS.
Yeah.
So that is a really hefty requirement, but
I mean, it's not going to stop it. It'll make a dent.
It's definitely not going to stop it. And like I said, I don't think they think that this is going to make a huge impact on the bots, but it's definitely going to make a better environment.
Better than if they
because
didn't.
like they even outline here, they say that there is very little to nearly no requirements for last man standing. So
yeah, it's kind of surprising.
it is really easy to make money there, especially if you're an experienced player, but also especially if you have an unlimited amount of time, aka a bot.
AKA you're not a human.
AKA you're not a human. So that is the pretty much only other thing in these patch notes that we wanted to talk about. Not much else is really of note or even on here to begin with. As far as the final update, there is another post over on the news site, because there is quite a few updates and fixes for leagues. Of course, if you've ever played in any of the big launches for old school, they usually don't go super well, and there's a lot of stuff to be fixed.
Yeah, they need to start just lying about their launches and launch them early from now on, dude.
Yeah, I was just telling Michelle before this, I was like saying how lucky we are that we live
we're not in the UK, so we're not trying to get onto it right as it went out.
Yeah, so we live in the United States, of course. So whenever we get on, the game's already been out for at least 8 hours.
Yeah.
And so they've had plenty of time to restart the servers and fix all the stuff, and this is no exception.
You know, whenever you said that, I was thinking about how we want to move to Europe someday, and I was like, oh no, we're gonna have this issue.
Yeah, true. Well, either way. So yeah.
Anyway.
Luckily, we don't have to deal with all of this stuff, but unfortunately, our condolences for everyone that did. So they have a ton of fixes. One of them being for pet reclamation. So this is a cold fix. It just has a weird interface bug for saying that you need to pay 1 million gold to get your pet back. It'll be resolved next week. It's not a big deal. They are currently working on launching some extra worlds for leagues. So
that's a good idea.
This was already added. So they added 9 different worlds.
Jeez.
And then they added 7 additional worlds on top of that. So 16 extra worlds.
Oh my gosh.
Because like we said earlier, they have been pretty populated.
Oh yeah.
As far as everything else, though, there's already people catching minnows, so they've made some fixes for, apparently people are only catching 1 minnow at a time, which is definitely not intended. That would take you quite a while to get some sharks that way. That's been fixed. Players are reporting it's difficult to determine which pile of gold is yours whilst using the gold brick road. That's a fragment where every time you get a mark of grace, there's also a pile of gold right next to it.
Oh, cool.
So they deployed a hotfix, and you'll now only be able to see the coins that's available for you.
Yeah, that's probably so annoying.
Yeah, right? And some group Iron Man players are reporting missing items, and this is still an ongoing investigation. So if you are missing items on your GIM, just sit tight. Hopefully they weren't important, and hopefully they'll get a fix for that soon. The final thing that they were able to fix was some fragments are spawning in locations where players are unable to retrieve them.
Oh my god, that would be so annoying.
Imagine you just see it on the ground. It says like combat fragment. And it's just like behind a tree.
Oh, I would be so upset.
Yeah, so they deployed a hotfix to fix this as well. So they have some stuff for group storage. It says that they've received some reports regarding some group Iron Man players losing items that are connected to their group storage. Group storage is a relatively new system, and its data is stored in a separate location from your player's own save file. This means any changes that were made to your group storage during the hours before the rollback have persisted. So for anyone that doesn't know, there was a rollback on servers. Rest in peace. I told Michelle that there's apparently someone had got a third age pickaxe, which for anyone that doesn't know, that comes from a clue and is worth over max cash
Brutal.
and
Yes.
was rolled back. So unfortunate that apparently they were having quite a tough time with League launch. It's kind of to be expected, but I mean, obviously they didn't prevent it, or they obviously tried, but they didn't. And so we're dealing with the repercussions now.
Side note, someone in the chat, I'm assuming that this is another fragment, they said 10 scroll boxes from one inventory of lobsters.
What the heck?
I need this.
That's crazy. Maybe they just got lucky.
Maybe.
But they continue to say that we believe a relatively low number of players and items have been impacted by this, and they're still investigating. We're currently investigating into potential solutions. It's most certainly won't be an overnight fix, and we really appreciate your patience. So like I said, it's still an ongoing fix, but they are aware of it. So like I said, if you're missing stuff, just report it, and hopefully it does get returned in a timely manner. As far as the server downtime, it says, upon configuring some worlds for Leagues 3, we identified some issues that are both affecting main and League save profiles. Once the issue was discovered, the decision was made to perform a rollback. This is pretty rare, but it does happen. It says that they did this for main accounts to a save state just before the updated launch. So like I said, if you did anything, if you got the most rarest drop in the game, or one of them, such as a third age pick, and the rollback happened, obviously, then you're just out of luck. I mean, you might be able to, if it was something very, very important, and I mean, maybe try to get in contact with support, but I wouldn't really count on it.
Yeah, if I had the pick, I would definitely contact them.
Yeah.
I'd at least try.
In the large majority, 99%, I wouldn't expect a response, or if it was, I don't expect anything to happen. It's just really unfortunate that that had to happen, and you'll probably get a similar response from them, but it's always not a bad thing to try if it's really, irking you.
Definitely.
It says, originally this was going to affect all accounts. However, we were able to keep the current progress of all accounts that had any league progress, with the only caveat being the wipe of the league high scores. So that's actually really cool. It's good that they were able to say that, because imagine if you got to like 200, 300 total and they just wiped like hours of work. That would suck really bad. It says, after the backup saves were restored and internal testing was completed, the game was put back online. It was a total of 3 hours of downtime, along with the rollback, which is, like we said, unfortunate.
Yeah, we missed all this. Wow.
Yeah, it's nice because I think this happened at 8:30 a.m. So that's actually not that 1600 GMT. So it was actually only a few hours before we woke up that they fixed it. So unfortunately, they did have some extenuating stuff going on. Like I said, this is stuff that you can foresee happening, but I mean, I'm sure they tried as best they could. I wouldn't, obviously, as normal, get mad at the mods. It's not their fault.
Yeah.
But hopefully this doesn't happen next time, but
it will.
It will. So just be prepared for that. Maybe.
Hey, hopefully next year we're gonna live somewhere where we're actually affected by this inconvenience.
No, I really don't want to be.
We'll just go get food.
Even if I lived in the UK, I would just like wait until after lunch. I'd just be like, I'm just gonna go have a bite, take a walk. I'll play leagues.
What's something that they would say in the UK? Gonna go to a pub.
Please tell me what you would say in the UK.
Alfresco, hit us up.
For taking a walk, aka going to the pub.
I was trying to think of something English.
Oh yeah, because there's no pubs anywhere else.
But no one says pub here; they say bar.
That's true. But yeah, let us know if this affected you, and hopefully, I don't know, maybe you don't have to deal with this next year. That's really unfortunate, but we can go and finish off with our Q&A before this.
It's a one question.
Oh, it's a huge question. Massive question. All right,
so
go. What is it?
This is from Matt. Matt asked, would you rather by summer 2022 have 3 times as many players playing OSRS, but the proportion of real players to bots remains consistent, or have the same number of players as now, but 0 bots? And he answered he'd take no bots. They're so annoying and ruining the game. As much as I'd like a larger player base, I can't dream of a better OSRS than one without bots.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to answer first?
Shout out to Matt for always giving us questions. And they're always a nice variety of questions.
They are. Now we got some would you rathers.
Yeah. If anyone does want to know what we think or give us any questions, you can hit us up over on Twitter or DM us on Instagram, or give us a question over on the question section of Discord or on stream.
Yeah, we take them anywhere.
Are great places. But as far as the question goes, you want me to go first?
Yeah, you can go first.
All right. So I agreed and I said that I would take the fewer players with 0 bots.
Mhm.
And it's not because there would be 0 bots, although obviously that is
Another incentive.
pretty important. I said that I would want 0 bots because that would mean that Jagex was taking their anti-botting and probably more than likely their account security like much more serious than they are right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think in general, if they were able to remove bots would just like have such a greater impact on the longevity of the game. Because if you go from like 1,000 bots to 3,000 bots, then that just means that the bot problem is not only still there, but it's actually just getting worse.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's cool if your game has more players, but eventually, if bots are still a problem forever, then it's just going to continue to go downhill.
True.
Is my thought process, at least.
So mine is 3 times the amount of players. 3
Oh,
times
really?
the amount of bots.
Okay.
Yes. So it's for selfish reasons. I just think it'd be more fun if people played.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, I've said this before. I'm sure I am affected by bot stuff, but I don't think about bots as much as other people think about bots. I never think about bots.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just kind of unbothered. I know it'd probably actually make a difference. But I think it'd be really cool to have more players in the game.
I mean, yeah, of course, that definitely
Even though
would
there
be
would,
good.
yeah, even though there'd be a lot more bots, obviously 3 times as many bots,
Yeah.
there would still be more people than bots.
Yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, ideally, we would have 3 times as many players, and Jagex would get a handle on how to deal with bots and,
Yes.
like, I don't know, deal with it somehow.
There'd be way more people demanding change.
Yeah, but I mean, that's an ideal situation. But
This isn't a utopia, you guys.
yeah, let us know what you think about that question and your answer to it down in the comments below if you are watching this on YouTube, or hit us up with your answers over on Twitter.
Please do.
But I think that is about it. We don't have too much else to go over. Do you have any plans coming up for the following week?
I'm just going to be working on the leagues. I don't have a set goal in mind yet. I want to get at least 100 points, obviously, to get that first trophy. And I want to get enough stuff for the cannon recolor. But how am I even going to figure out how much that's worth? Oh, it's probably on here, huh?
Well, one, you could just buy it on your main. But you already have 100 league points, so you're actually already done.
Hey, okay. Well, I'm probably still going to do it just because.
You're like, all right, well, I'm done. This is the end of my leagues.
Yeah, I haven't decided how I'm going to do my account yet. He's the one with the plan, not me.
Okay.
So what are you going to be doing?
Oh, okay. I don't really have a big like plan of like do this, do that,
Dragon Trophy and
have this stuff going on. I'm mostly just gonna be playing and doing what I think is like fun and easy at the time, at least for the time being. So I've just been like fishing and cooking. I don't know. I might get that to 99 right away. I'm not entirely sure.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, because I'm pretty close to getting sharks unlocked. I think I'm 56 fishing. I think I need 73 to get sharks. So kind of close, kind of not close. But I might just do that right away, just so I have sharks whenever I do start doing combat. Because that'd be pretty big. But
that'd be massive.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a huge game plan. I know I am planning on doing Winter Tot pretty soon, so I'm gonna spend my league points to unlock woodcutting and fire making in one go. Just
You're
so
able
I can
to get so much points from Winter Tot.
Yeah, exactly. So they have, for instance, they have a task for getting 100, 500, and 1,000 games of Winter Tot done. So
I would go for 1,000 only.
If you really like Winter Tot and you want to be rewarded for it, then I mean, you can do it in leagues if you really want. That's so many games. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, that's like way over maxing your account.
That's like
double maxing.
That's just too much. But I mean, you might get the achievement if there is one for like 20 million fire making, probably.
True, because it is 5 times the experience.
Yeah. But that's going to be about it. For anyone wondering, I just remembered this, and I don't think we mentioned it in the podcast. Oh. If you are wondering how to increase the level of your fragments in the game, because there's tiers 1, 2, and 3, you simply level it up by having them equipped and getting any experience doing anything. And if you get duplicates, they will go towards 500 extra experience to level up your fragment.
Cool.
Yep. So that's going to be about it for the podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great time, whether you decide to play leagues or not.
Yes. Thank you all so much for listening.
And we'll see you all next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.